Hello traders, this is Mike Billion. Today is November 2nd, 2015, and let's talk about the market. Let's start with the spider. The spider, as you can see here, after it break out the 203 level, it has been trending up, and it looks like it's gonna go to the area 212, 214, which is the major resistance. We were resisting in February, April, June, August, July. It was resistant for a whole year. You can see this whole resistance. We opened the year right here, and we're gonna close the year in this area. Now, every time it goes to this area, it start moving sideways, which is really difficult to go short right here. Many people are telling me, oh, if it goes there, let's get short. Look at this. Every time it goes to this area, it moves sideways and it kills you if you go short. Every time it goes there, it kills you if you go short. The only time that we couldn't make money is when it break down right here below the 50 and really went down. But getting short in this area, I don't think is recommended, especially because the DMI is bullish, and I can show you that it has a lot of room on the minus directional to go up, and ADX is strong. So it is a strong bull, and you probably asked me why we didn't close the puts that we opened when it break out the 204. Well, if I show you this, when it break out right here, this huge candle right here, it was worthless to close our puts because they lost all the intrinsic value. So it was better. It was this candle. It was better to wait to see if we can. It was gonna break down, but it didn't. So you once in a while you're gonna get one of those trades that you have a stop loss in your mind, and but if you have a very risky position, let's say weeklies like we got, and the move it was too quick that it takes your intrinsic value, there's no point that you're gonna close that position for 30 cents. There's no point. It's better to wait to see if you can get something back. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything back, but we immediately opened another trade, and we got some money back with Twitter. We opened Twitter puts again, and I'm gonna show you why I opened Twitter puts again. I think it's a great opportunity if we can get more money. Right here, Twitter uh, breakdown on earnings. The next thing is still moving up, but is supporting right here at the 50 simple moving average. But if you see who is the lead right here in the minus directional, is leading in the DMI. So it's a bullish, it's a bearish move right here. It's just holding the 50 simple moving average. So that is a good trade that you can enter, because anytime it goes up, you can go short. My target right here, I think if you break down this 50 simple moving average, which is 28, it can move down really nicely. Now you see, oh, but it went up 2.6%. It's strong. No, it's not strong. The whole market was strong, and when the whole market is strong, it will pull up everything, including the ones that report bad or the ones that are trending down. I think based on DMI, based on the is trending below the 5 and the 20, and the 5 is closing the 20, this one is gonna go down. That's why I add Twitter. Now let me show you GG. This is the other swing trade that we got, and I add to this position because I think it's this major support, and I think that's a good entry right there because it's a major support. Um, Even though DMI is a crossover, but it's neutral because they're the minus directional and the plus directional are together, and it's a major support. So we can easily pull back from here. And you can see this is a small candle today. That usually when you see a small candle is because the move is over. You know, it went up, it went down from 15.60 to $12. So the good thing right here is that we have a very nice stop loss, because if we break down below it, I would say I would pull 11.93. If we break down below that, then it's gonna go to $9. However, if you read the report, the guidance for the company GG Corporation, Gold Corporation, it was really good, even though the they didn't big estimate, it was actually flat. The estimate was 0.04, they did 0.4. So I think from here we got a great trade. If we pull back from here and start moving up again. Now let's talk about the ones that we have open from the earnings report. We have Panera open. Look at this. Nice head and shoulder. You see head and shoulder right here? There is a gap to close right here, this level of 166. We have 175 puts, holding 175 puts. I'm not gonna close it. Look at this. I want to add to this position. Look at this. Perfectly bearish. I think this thing is gonna go to 166 and close this gap. Why is holding? It's holding because it's a very strong market and it's just holding right there. But as soon as we get a bad day, this thing is gonna break down like a stone. So keep those open. I think there is a high probability we get a good trade right there, and we have a lot of time. Now let's talk about another one that we have open is today FIT report. Look at this. It was at right at this resistance. That's why I went short, because it was at this resistance. It was 42. It was very close to there. The huge volume. If you go and see all the puts that were bought, you could tell that it was gonna go down. Now, when you see a company that is at the top of some resistance and they're gonna report, they have to really beat the market. They have to really impress to break out a level like this, because you really went up a lot from this 33 to 42. Is almost $11 in a couple days. So that's a high probability that it was gonna report. It was gonna report and it was gonna go down. The report is not bad. It's just that when it's a resistance, the investors, traders, everyone's a really good report for this to go up. So that's why the reason. Let's see what happens tomorrow, because it's gonna open right at this level, 36.15. So I wanted to close this position as soon, because I see a lot of bullishness on this one in the social media. You see a lot of people thinking that this is gonna go to 60 and this is gonna go, and it can do, because many people love this company. But I think we can close this if we can get it right away when it opens, because it can start moving up and finish around this level right here. So I hope it doesn't go up pre-market tomorrow morning, because we can make a nice profit. We got a nice position. It's 38 puts. The ones that have really high deltas, we can get at least 200% profits if we open at this level, $36. Now let's talk about tomorrow's. Is Tesla is going to report as the market close. What you see here is Tesla has been moving since the beginning of the year between 270 and 180. You see, moving sideways. Even it didn't break down their support even when the whole market went down, and it bounced very nicely and tested 270 again after the August 24 breakdown. So what is my take right here? It's very difficult to this one. The MI is bearish. It's moving sideways inside a rectangle. I think it's gonna go up from here. So that's my take on Tesla. I think because it's down, because the analysts are thinking that this is gonna report. The estimate is, let me see, the estimate they're gonna report. I don't have the estimate right here. But the bar is really down. I think any good number right here is gonna move up, especially in the earnings call. If the CEO or the CFO say something good about all the projects that they have, this might go and test 270 again. So I'm bullish on Tesla for the earnings report tomorrow. And the other one that reports tomorrow is this one, Herbalife. I think it's also bullish. It's not the top. If this one was right here, it was right here, then I would think to go short in this one. I was thinking about going strangle, but this one I wanted to take the risk and go long, because I think with the bullish market, it can go up really nicely. So we're gonna go also long on Herbalife. I was thinking to go down, but looking at the chart again and look at you guys' comments, I wanted to go long in this one, and that's my thinking. Now let's talk about the other ones that we are watching for earnings report. The other ones are, this is Qualcomm. I'm thinking that this one is gonna go also up because it's at this level. This level 58. It's very near to 58, and it's the major support right here. Every time we are at these levels, we go up, and I think any number right here can move up and go to $65. So that's my thinking. I think this is gonna, any number is gonna move this one up. So also bullish on this one. And the other one that I'm watching is Disney. Let's see, Disney. I think I lost this right here. Disney right here is very difficult, this one, because it's not the top, but it's very near, and it's not at the bottom, so it's just neutral right here. So I wanted to see how it trades tomorrow. I wanted to read the puts and the calls, and I will let you know because this was is going to report. This one is going to report 11 5th, so we have time. I wanted to see more price action the last 2 days to see if we can get short alone. I think it's gonna make a nice gap up or a nice gap down, but I need to see more than this one. Now let's talk about, I talk about the GG, I talk about Panera. If you see, the Russell is also bullish. We got a fresh crossover right here, even though the ADX is very low. It's at 11 and it's at this resistance right here, which is 117. If we confirm tomorrow about this high of today, which is the highest of 118, this thing can go exactly to 121. So I'm looking at this one to go long. I don't want it to go low on the spider because the spider is too close to resisting and it just can move sideways there. So let's see what happens tomorrow. So let's see what happens to FIB tomorrow, if we can close this one at $36. So this is everything for today. Trade on.